Hi, I'm Mr. Huber, and in this video we're going to talk about exercise 1a. 3 to the 2x minus 3 to the x plus 1 minus 18 is equal to 0. Have you ever seen something like this? No, not quite. So let's try and do what we can do. So let's write up 3 to the 2x minus 3 to the x times 3 to the 1 minus 18 is equal to 0. Well, this from here to here is a to the n plus m is a to the n times a to the m. That's why I can write it like this. Now this could be written as 3 to the x to the 2 minus 3 times 3 to the x minus 18 is equal to 0. I think now it's becoming clearer what to do. Here we have used a to the n to the m is a to the n times m. Well, we have done this, okay, in order to get this. Now, why is it becoming clearer now? Because it looks like a quadratic. So let's do a substitution. Z is 3 to the x, and substitute this in here. So z to the 2 minus 3 times z minus 18 is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation in 3 to the x. The whole equation is not quadratic. Please don't get that wrong. The equation is an exponential equation, but it is quadratic in 3 to the x. So we're able to solve it by using a substitution. So now this is a quadratic equation in z. So it's quite easy. Z minus 6 and then z plus 3 is equal to 0. So z is equal to 6. Z is equal to minus 3. So now we can resubstitute. 3 to the x is 6. Well, that's x times ln 3. Or let's do one more step. Use the ln on both sides. Here we go. So ln 3 to the x is ln 6. We've done this many times. X ln 3 is ln 6. So x is ln 6 over ln 3. Well, we could work that out, but well, let's leave it at this. And then the next one, 3 to the x is minus 3. Again, let's use ln on both sides. So ln 3 to the x is ln of minus 3, and this doesn't work. Why is that? Because the ln function looks somewhat like this, and that means its domain is r plus, and minus 3 is not in that domain, okay? Minus 3 is not an element of the domain, so it does not exist. You cannot plug in minus 3. Well, that's why this is the only solution. So the solution set is going to be ln 6 over ln 3. As a quick recap, let's have another look at this equation. We started off with something like this. We used the laws of indices to simplify it, and we were able to see that this is a quadratic equation in 3 to the x. Let me repeat this. This is not a quadratic equation. It is a quadratic equation in 3 to the x. So you can substitute the 3 to the x by z, plug it in here, work out the values for z. You get two solutions. Then you resubstitute, and you see, well, this can be worked out. X is ln 6 over ln 3, but this cannot. So the only solution that satisfies this equation is ln 6 over ln 3. Hope it wasn't too difficult. See you on the next one.